All right, man. 2026, we here. So this is literally the start of my fourth year of trading, right? One full year, two full years, 3 years, right? First year, negative like $8,000, right? I was literally just trading. Second year, I think I lost like 6,000. This year, previously, I lost like 4,000. So you see, I'm losing less and less and less and less and less. Anyways, and we're learning more and more and more and more and more. The key is to become a good loser, to become a good loser, to learn how to lose so we can learn how to win. Anyways, let's get into the actual trading. Right, so first day was amazing, right? We call it an amazing trade. So let's get into this trade recap, right? All right, so the first trading day of the 2026 was on a Friday, right? Where for me, and so we caught a nice trade, but we ended up getting scared out of the trade for whatever reason. Right? It's honestly because I wasn't sure on the actually direction, right? But I actually think it comes down to me just actually getting out early, right? Because of FOMO, fear of missing out. Thought it was gonna come back up. But anyways, so 9:30 come up, come down, come up, come down. We sweeping out majority of all these lows, right? We do leave more lows intact, right? And we do not come to the midnight open. Right, we also got this drawn liquidity down here as an inefficiency that I did not expect us to trade into. That's why I thought we were literally going to just sweep out this low and then kind of like, go back up higher. But anyway, so we come up, we come down, we sweep out these lows, right? We come all the way up. Now we get no retest of none of these zones. So that's why I was thinking of longs to come into this zone, right? Because we did have buy side liquidity, multiple buy side liquidity zones, right? There you go, right here. We have this buy side liquidity zone up here, right near in higher time frame inefficiency. So that's definitely we're going to be a draw on liquidity, right? So that's what I was expecting. But you see how here we got a breaker, changing the state inverse value gap, but we never got no retest, right? We never got no retest. We literally just swept it, open, ran open, and then we just popped up. The only retest we got is of this retest of this bullish fair value gap right here. You saw how it came into it, and just that one little came into it was literally already like 50 points. So you see 60 points. But anyways, we come up, sweep out this buy side liquidity. So now this is where I'm engaged, right? This is where I'm ready to take my short down to the midnight open or down to this liquidity zone. So first of all, we sweep out, we come lower, we kind of go back and forth, right, holding this level. So this is when I was like, okay, we may want to kind of go up higher again because we're holding, right, this bullish fair value gap, right? Especially when you see it stay in the upper half, that's support, right? It's holding, holding. None of the bodies coming in the lower half. We pop up, fail to touch it, fail to sweep out, right? Then we come lower down here. Bam. Now we're in the lower half of this bullish fair value gap. Now I'm expecting it to be used as an inverse. So this is where I got my short. I got my short position right here. For some reason, my executions aren't popping up. So I got my short targeting midnight open. So I got out. I got scared out of the trade when we got below this SIBI, this universal value gap because I usually take runners. I used to start selling some at 50 points, right? So my first sale is always around 50 points. So because it was kind of a low probability day, and the I wasn't really sure on the direction, right? That it was gonna go lower. So usually it comes back up and retests, but I think I ended up just really getting scared out of this trade, right? So I got out maybe when it was like once it got below this inefficiency right here, and I copy traded this on my five Apex accounts. I'm not trading live yet until I blow these Apex accounts. Once I blow these Apex accounts, then I will go back to the live. Or if I pass it, I'm gonna take some of the money and deposit it to my live account. So this is where I got out. But you see here, price literally ran directly to this new day opening gap. Literally with no, literally just straight down. So I'm actually happy that I caught this play. Unfortunately, I was upset that I actually got scared out of the play. It was no reason for me to get scared out of the play, and the reason it scared me out of the play because I was over leveraged. So I don't really trade the minis, but because I got a 300K account right on Apex, I'm like, okay, I could trade a mini. One contract is not that bad, but one contract moves kind of fast. Remember, one contract, and once you're up 50 points, that's $1,000. So I was in, I was in one contract on 5 accounts. So I was actually up $5,000, right, across the 5 accounts. So that's why I was like, whoa, I'm up a lot of money right now. Let me just start scaling out. And for some reason, my executions is not popping up. That's why I can't show you my exact entries and exits. But this is where it's at right here. So, first trade of 2026 was a great trade. The direction was correct. The bias was correct. I was bullish, but you see, we was bullish, but then we came back lower. So I was bullish. I was correct on the first part, but just the move down was just like I didn't expect that. I thought it was just gonna take this low, but it ended up going all the way to the inefficiencies and going potentially lower. And this is where I was looking to get in again. So you see, we swept out all of this sell side, and then we got bullish order flow right back to this inefficiency. So let's look at it. And we have multiple trend line liquidity right here. All that buy side, all of this trend line liquidity. So let's see what happened. We swept out all of these lows, and we got some bullish order flow. The first thing I'm looking for is an inverse fair value gap, right? So we got this first inverse fair value gap. So you see, we create a change in the state here. We create a change in the state here. And that's good signs when you're seeing the bodies up here. Create another change in the state here. Create another inefficiency here. These are all good signs. Another inefficiency here. Then we got our favorite play, which is a bullish breaker. We got a low, high, lower low that sweeps out all of the sell side. Higher high. So the breaker is the last bullish candle, which is right here. And you see how perfectly it used it. So I did not take this play, but you could have gotten maybe here, targeting to there, or you could have waited to the breaker to finish forming, which was right here. Then we got a down close candle right outside the breaker. You could have still caught 80 points. Just lovely trade. So yeah, so did not catch this play, caught this play. Wish I would have caught it all the way down. So what I gotta do is realize where I messed up at, which was getting out. I got out too early because I was in a lot of contract. Well, not a lot of contract, but I was trading the minis, and I'm not used to trading the minis. So seeing that amount of money kind of like messed up my noggin a little bit. So I kind of got scared out of the trade. I couldn't even hold to the low, right? Like I was literally going to the low and to the midnight open. So you see how it literally ran all the way to my target. So next time, do not get scared out of the trade. So that's one thing I got to journal right now. Don't get scared out of the trade, even though you're in the trade. Even though it was good for me to get out because I couldn't withstand it no more. I just got out. I didn't sell none. I didn't. I just got out of all of the contracts, right? So it's important for me. It's vital for me for now on to actually work on either not over leveraging or just not getting scared out of the plate, right? Staying in there, staying in that uncomfortable stage, and just staying in the trade. If I want to, I could literally just reduce my risk, right? Which is the fact that it's way down here. It shouldn't even come back up, right? Just reduce my risk now, right? Of a risk-free trade, right? Or what I can do is just sell some as I did. But even though I sold some, I still had a lot of money still into the runners. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me just take this. But anyways, that's my trade recap, and I didn't. So I literally only went one. I literally only took one win, right, which was right here. Then and I did not get into any other play. After I was when I came back to the markets, like around 1:30, 2 o'clock, that's when I saw it. I was like, damn, this was a good setup right back here. So I realized trading is easy, right, when you actually know the drawn liquidity, right, which is the direction. It's a little bit easier. But when you don't have a clear direction, you don't know where it's gonna go, right? So if you have a strategy, once your strategy presents itself, you're probably gonna take it because your strategy appeared, right? And then you don't wanna risk the chance of fear of missing out, right? You don't wanna risk that chance. You don't want the market to go down or to go up without you actually being into the play. So a couple of mistakes I gotta do. I gotta fix, but it's okay because we still ended up with the win. I'm just so mad that I wasn't even able to hold on to this like all the way down here. I literally got out right here. Well, anyways, I caught my 50 points. It is what it is. Let's not be greedy, right? So that's the first trading day of the week, and this was on my Apex account. It was on my Apex account. I'm not trading live funds until I blow this account, right? Because I had this account from last year, so I might as well keep trading in it. The only problem is if I don't pass the evaluation before my 30 days, I'm gonna have to actually pay what $100 per account. So I got 5 accounts, so that's $500. I'm not doing that. I would rather actually go to. I'd rather put that $500 into a live account, right? But yeah, that's it. That's my trade recap. Let's get it.